in a world crying out for a top 10 show. John Roca and Matt Nost are here to bring you the top 10. Take it away, boys. Welcome, everybody, to our first episode back on... That's right, on our feed, again, on the Top 10 show. First of all, this is John Roca.
I am Matt Nost. It feels good. You know what I mean? It feels good today.
Yeah.
We're just stretching out. We got our own space again. You know?
So we got our own space.
We went from like a frat house.
Which was fine.
Yeah, but now we have like a nice 4 or 5 bedroom home. You have your side of the house. True. I got mine.
Yep.
I got a spare like office.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's all thanks to you that have supported us thus far.
I got my voiceover recording studio. Yeah, it's nice.
Whatever you want to do.
We're set up, man. This is nice. We don't have to compete with critically acclaimed all the time anymore. And not that we ever really did, but it's nice to have our own thing, man.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Thank you for everybody that came.
Yeah.
If you aren't finding our new feed on any kind of service, let us know, and we will try and rectify that. It may be the case that we can't.
Yeah.
But we are actively trying to get it onto all the different Android applications, but Google Play and Stitcher and Spotify and anywhere we can.
Yeah.
YouTube, we're working on a channel for that. Hopefully we have that up within the next couple weeks.
Yep.
But some people reached out that when we asked for help, and they got back to us and said, hey, here's my set of skills. Here's what I can do. Can you use me?
Right.
And we emailed you back and said, yes, we can.
Yeah.
If you are willing to help, we would like just small little things. But it just makes it easier.
Yep.
And our thanks to all of you. So YouTube channel is in the works.
Yep.
April 11th. Thanks to the people. That's next week, guys.
9 days away. 9 days away.
So close.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, when we're recording this.
We're back out on the road for another live show, Matt knows. 2 of them, no less, in Chicago.
In Chicago. It's like a stacked weekend lineup.
Yeah.
It's us starting us off. That, and then the Ellis has his shows on Friday.
Right.
And you got Schmodown on Saturday, and there's celebration going on.
Right.
And I can't wait because usually, like that first day, people are still just gassed on energy. You know what I mean? Oh, this weekend is going to be awesome. Great, come on out.
We're going to get the best crowd.
We are.
Yeah, they're going to be excited. They're going to want to be entertained.
It's like the first night in Vegas.
Yeah, you get all that energy.
Everybody's in a good mood.
Yeah.
Everybody's in a good mood. Come Saturday, I'm still sure they'll be excited for the Schmodown, but they'll also be tired and be like, today I'm going to take a longer lunch than I did on other days or do something. I'm strolling.
Nap in.
Yeah, sleep in a little bit today maybe.
Yep.
Whereas Thursday, it's just going to be everybody's just tweaking. Just I'm off work. I'm in town. Let's have some fun.
I'm ready to have some fun.
Yeah.
See these guys and let's do this thing.
Reggie'sLive.com for the tickets. If you want to go, 2 shows, 7 and 10 o'clock. Doors open at 6:30 and 9:30. We're doing 2 different lists. We're going to record it so long as we can talk to their sound guy.
Right.
And that will be up on the feed eventually. But for the time being, it'll just be for the people that were there. Talk to the London goers.
Yeah. They had a great time. They loved it.
Yeah. Ask them if it was worth it.
They'll tell you on the Facebook page, on the Facebook group, they'll tell you how much they loved it and how great the show was. Also, we're going to have T-shirts there, the special live T-shirts. We only sell those for the fans who come out to our live shows. It's a thank you to you all for taking the time to, buy the tickets and then come to see us.
Yeah.
That show is only exclusive, that shirt, rather, is only exclusive to you all.
It is. And we hopefully, you guys enjoy the shirts. Those that have them, I know I've got one. I wear it from time to time.
Yeah, me too.
It feels weird to wear my face on my chest. So,
well, I got to give a shout out to Brandon Hanna because he wore our shirt all through the free-for-all this past weekend for the Schmodown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a walking billboard for our show. And so I told him, thank you so much. I gave him a hug and everything. I never hug Ben's intern, but I hugged him. And I don't know if he used it for something with Team Action, but from what I understand, he was a walking billboard for our show. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out if I've met him. Maybe I have, but at the big Schmodown events, there's like 100 people.
Yeah. Well, he came to our LA live show.
Okay, then 100%.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am shite with names. I'm great with faces.
Yes, you are.
But names, I mean, sometimes, I don't know. It's age, guys. Sadly, it is age. I'm just getting more and more tired. My brain's like,
I can only retain so much.
it is. It's kind of a one in, one out policy at this point.
True.
It's sad. Like that decline that you always hear about.
Yeah.
Now progressing through it and be like, it's only going to get worse from here.
And on that depressing note, let's move on.
No, dude, it's a whole new phase. It's a whole new phase. It's like every day is a fucking rainbow.
Oh.
Because you maybe have never experienced it.
Good
at
point.
That point, it's like, look at
What's
this.
going to happen today?
This is amazing. Have you heard about oceans? I saw one today. It's a huge body. It's salty.
Have you seen Heat? Have you
seen Heat? Exactly. It's a beautiful thing. Every day you get to experience your favorite movie. You know what movie I think you would love? Fletch. What's it about? Dude,
You're gonna really
plug yourself in. I have a good feeling about your sense of humor. You're gonna enjoy the living shit out of this. What about those random days where I just don't?
Yeah.
That movie was boring.
Yeah. You just didn't like it.
I just wasn't in the mood.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't like it on Thursday, but on Wednesday I loved it. The next Wednesday it was the best. It was the best movie ever.
Well, that'll be in the journal because I won't remember.
Oh right. Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Whoever's showing me these movies.
Right.
And whatnot.
Right. It'll probably be me. I'll climb into bed with you like James Garner does with what's her face.
I'm hoping it'll be my wife.
Yeah. Well, all right. Fine.
I'm hoping it'll be my wife.
I mean, fine.
It's kind of what we both signed up for. So I appreciate the job offer. I'll file your resume away. If something opens up, I'll have HR contact you.
Your wife is great, by the way. I don't spend enough time with her. Every time I meet and hang out with you and her, she's fantastic. I enjoy her, and she's a great window into you, which is always interesting. You know?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Very much
She'll never
so.
hear this, so go ahead and say whatever.
Oh, really? She doesn't listen to the show ever.
She's very much like me. I have two things that I listen to.
Yeah.
And she has a couple things and just
Understood.
like, babe, you don't talk about any of these things. Be like, I get it. It's fine.
She's great. When we were in London hanging out with her and then Lindley gets along with her really well too. So it's like that's a positive.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's nice. We have not have to worry about that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Everybody's chill and easy, and it's just like we're here to have a good time.
Yeah, she's really smart, very cultured. It's always fun to talk to her. So,
hey, right back at you.
Oh, well, there you go. So anyway, so today we thought we were racking our brains like, should we come up with the greatest topic ever to launch the feed, us being back on our feed? But then we decided, you know what? You guys love our show being the show that it is, and it has to correlate with a release that's coming out, a new release. We kicked around a couple other topics, and then we settled on this topic because this is a challenging and interesting topic.
It is,
and we'll see how this goes.
And it's also, we have done disaster films.
We have.
But this is natural disasters.
Yeah, we're very limited to natural disasters.
Yeah, so it takes out a lot of movies out of the scope.
Yeah.
And natural, because it's movies, some of these are practically supernatural. Not really supernatural, but like when the earth opens up and starts swallowing everything around it, and you're like, I mean, yeah, hypothetically, I guess that's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a natural thing.
Yes, it is.
It could happen.
It could, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been here for all of recorded time, so... history is basically I have to believe somebody else.
Right.
It's entirely that. I was never going to be there. I have no idea.
Right.
So yeah, and I think some of the idea of this too was just like, well, we could do a huge blowout, but like you said, the gist of the show is, we want topics that are interesting but do still correlate.
Yeah.
We could cherry pick all the time if we were fucking lazy.
True.
But we try and stick to the adherence of we will base it on a movie. So it's a movie called either The Public or Public.
Yeah.
But it's like a big weather storm comes down and a bunch of people get trapped in a library in Cincinnati.
Oh.
Because like a polar vortex or something.
Right.
That's all I know about it. I think Emilio Estevez is in it. Oh. I saw it on IMDb's upcoming movies.
Of course he is.
Because we went through and we were like, what about this idea? And we were both like, what about this one? And just like, that could be good. But there was one that was just like, we definitely need a guest for that. Because I know my knowledge of that would be shallow.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have somebody so we both don't sound like assholes.
Yeah.
Somebody correcting us when we don't know, like we do on the read list sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you need to see this movie, whereas we do that topic.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get scolded in public. So we don't have those types of guests on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point. We had to keep this, and I had to eliminate one of the films, which was heartbreaking for me to eliminate because it isn't, I guess it's natural, but it doesn't occur on Earth. And so for me, I had to kind of remove it as a natural thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do any of yours occur in space? Or are they all earthbound natural disasters?
One does.
Oh, really?
Well, because it's a natural disaster. I'll explain it.
Okay.
It is. It follows the natural order of things. It does. Trust me. I went over my list too, and I was like, "That's a good movie," but it violates what my definition is here. Three different times.
Okay.
I was about to say here. For some reason, 3 is what it came out because I was going to do 3 here's. So I just said 3, and I stopped myself.
Sign here, here, and here.
Yeah, exactly. If you pre-faux quos. But
all right, well then
so,
I'm going to leave it on the list then. Fuck it. I'm leaving it on the list now.
Well, it depends. It depends on what it is. I think I know what your choice is.
Yes.
But I'm not going to fault you for that because that's happened.
Yeah.
As far as our understanding, once again, what we can piece together,
Right.
that has happened to us, and we see evidence of it on every other planet.
Yes.
So yes, it has definitely happened to us.
All right.
So I'm not going to fault you.
Thank you.
It's it's pushing the bounds,
Oh, come on. If you
but
say
at the same time, mine is doing it as well.
Yeah. All right, good. I was afraid I was going to have to leave it off. Now I don't have to leave it off.
Is it at number 10? It should be at number 10.
No, it's not at number 10. You're lucky it's not at number 1.
It should be at number 10.
You're fucking lucky it's not at number 1.
It should be at 11, like Tombstone is on Best Western, speaking up and going, hey-oh, pop, pop, pop.
Turn it up to 11.
Yeah, hey, what about me? Hey, guys, hey now.
Look at here.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking that movie. Dude, how do you not like Three Amigos? It's so good. Oh, man.
Nice reference to a previous read list. Some of you have listened already to some of the new content that we surprised you with and dropped on the feed.
Yeah.
That was like a special gift for those of you who listened to us and went and signed up immediately when we told you to, or asked you to rather, on the feed, as we've been doing all these promotions for it and all these posts and doing those little voicing over each other's headshots. To motivate you all to subscribe. So I hope you enjoyed that little extra content we dropped on the feed there for you.
Yeah, try and do more of that. And to the people that have, when we asked for help, several people reached out. So they're helping us with some of the tasks like that, making sure those things get posted so we can create more content.
Yep.
And then, hey, if you don't mind doing this one thing,
Yep.
and several people have stepped up and be like, I'll happily do that.
Yeah.
Zero problem with that. That's it. Do you want more help? And be like, maybe we'll get to there. I don't know. But for right now, if you could help us with that, then we could keep churning out stupidity like this.
Exactly. We're good with just this.
Yeah. If we can just do this, I got no problem with that. I can do that all day long. Right. Hey, what about this? What about this? And we have new content going up on the Patreon channel.
Yep.
Potentially after the old shows run out, or maybe simultaneously, we have ideas for Patreon coming up. And then, basically, thank you for tuning into this new channel. We've been talking about it for months.
Yeah.
We're so happy that all of you came with. For those of you that, downloaded a week later, welcome.
Yeah.
Because I do that sometimes. You lose track, life gets busy, and you go back and you just stockpile like, oh shit, I missed, some of my favorite stuff. Just too busy. So thank you for coming along with us. To anybody that's new, well, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. We get new people all the time.
We do.
Because of our great fans who recommend this show to fans. I've never heard anyone come to any of our live shows who've come for the first time and not walked out of it going, Jesus, that was a blast. So, if you are hesitant about passing this on to a friend of yours or a family member, don't be. They're going to love it. We make people laugh. Our show is good. So pass it on. Bring some joy into their worlds. It's a tough world out there. We're trying to take your mind off it and have a little fun with us. Who wouldn't want that?
Look, I got one buddy who's got credits galore and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But he cannot sustain watching an actual movie. He just can't sit for that long.
Yeah.
He listens to our show every week.
Wow.
Every week.
Wow.
You've seen this dude on several TV shows. He's a fairly successful guy. He was just like, I can't. I was like, do you want to be a guest? And he's like, dude, I can't.
Yeah.
But you guys have good banter. You have good interaction. I can listen to you talk all day long.
See?
I find it very enjoyable.
Yeah. Tell your friends and your family.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still building.
That works for a dude who's in this industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking just like I can't stomach it, but I can listen to you guys talk about it. That to me is surprising.
Yeah, okay. I like it.
No. It just in that like you're not a movie fan at all.
Yeah.
So a bunch of
why
this
would you listen to
are
this?
references to
Right.
stuff you have no recollection, and some of them are sub references.
Right.
Like you're taking a character's voice, adding the lines from this as a reference to a third movie, kind of bullshit.
Right.
And just like I don't know how you follow along, but God bless you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just we're so inane. Just put us on. It's like white noise in the background. God damn, I hope not.
I don't care why he's listening. I just care that he is.
Thank you for that download.
Exactly.
We appreciate it. To everybody that streams it, that's my new favorite thing. That coming back, we can find out if we still have a fan base in Ghana.
Yeah.
We can find out.
Right. Yes.
After 2 months, we'll know who's listening.
Yep.
Like across the world, like we used to. So
Yep.
we eventually, like every 6 months, our mind would be blown. Be like, dude, we got like 1,000 downloads in a country 7,000 miles away.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I didn't know they had that many, English speakers in that country.
Right. And we'll have to, and we can target the next country we're going to go do a live show in. We conquered England.
Flat out. We could probably do a yearly residence at that club if we wanted to.
We
Or that
probably
theater.
could.
Easily
we
could.
Probably could.
They enjoyed us. The staff all had a good time.
Yep.
The fans were all really nice, and they were good people.
Yep.
They didn't trash the place. They treated nice. They bought some drinks at the bar. They had fun at the show. We hung out afterwards.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Toronto or somewhere in Canada, but probably Toronto.
Yep.
And if you guys want to see us in Toronto or potentially Houston/San Antonio, depending on which has a greater draw there,
Yep.
or New York City, email us at the top 10 live with the number 10, the top 10 live at Gmail, or go to our Facebook page and we've got groups set up for all those different cities. But we're going to see what the head count is. Try and go to those cities.
Yep.
But yeah, like you said, in a couple months we can figure out, hey, how big are we in Australia?
Exactly.
Do we want to do an Australia or New Zealand kind of swing?
We're doing a Ghana. I know we're going to do a Ghana show.
Maybe.
I just have a feeling. There's a Ghana show in our future.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Just went to Morocco. I got no fear, Africa. My uncle does tons of business in Kenya. He's there all the time.
Perfect.
It's
love
not
it.
Ghana, but at the same time, it's I could get the lowdown. Hey, this is a company that I use
Yeah.
to help find me lodging or some jazz like that. Perfect.
That's make it
Fantastic.
happen. All right. So this week we're doing top 10 natural disaster films. Matt, you want to tell them how the show works?
Once we set a topic, we go our individual ways and create personal top 10 lists. Show back up here. I do my bottom 3. He does his bottom 3. I do my next 2. He does his next 2. Then we trade one apiece. Once we have revealed our personal top 10 list, we create the shows between the two of us.
Boom. What a great way to start the new feed.
A new feed.
nailed
Telling you, it's all this extra space.
You nailed it.
It's all these gorgeous people surrounding us.
They're incredible.
It's a lovely atmosphere we've all created.
I like how quiet they're being, Matt.
Right now?
Yeah.
Trust me, they're witnessing magic.
Exactly. On
They're
beta
behind
prep.
like some sort of soundproof plexiglass, but it's one way. They can hear, and we can't hear them. Just
No. We can watch them laughing, though. All right.
we can.
What's your
In no way does that look maniacal. There's like one hair on the end of this mic.
Oh, yeah?
And it keeps fluttering up, and it gets in my peripheral vision. I think I just caught it.
Okay, good.
It's like, you son of a bitch, go away. So because of a lot of exclusionary reasons,
Okay.
there are numerous movies that very well could have snuck in on the bottom of this list.
Sure.
But at number 10 for me, I took 2012.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking of, like kind of supernatural-ish.
That's a punt.
Is it a punt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. Number 9 is Twister.
9, Twister. That's a punt as well.
Really?
Yes, it is.
I thought with 2012, because it fit more, Twister to me is like, all right, this is a 9.
Yeah.
As soon as I thought, I was like, it'll make my list at 9.
Right.
All right, let's see if we do this a third time. My mind is prepared. Watch. Top head blown off. Fucking atomic nuclear cloud above it. Right here.
Yeah.
The Perfect Storm.
Not on my list.
Okay. It took you that long
Well, because because it only affected a couple of boats or a few, but I didn't feel like it was big enough for my list. So I left it off my list.
Okay.
But I guess
to
why
say
it would be on your list.
for disaster.
Yeah.
It's just for the weather elements and the fact that it was based on a true story.
Right, yeah.
Because it's that small. Because I excluded another one because it's completely fictional. At least this one based on reality. That one affects more people, but it's still as small to call it a disaster.
Right.
This one at least is real.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to go with that one for that reason and that reason alone.
Yeah. Good film.
Yeah, because the other one I prefer.
Oh, yeah, me too. I had to leave it off as well. If I think I know which one you're referencing, I'd leave it off.
It's the only
Right.
other.
Right.
But yeah, it's early Clooney and Wahlberg to some degree.
Yes.
Kind of making their bones as leading men. You got John C. Reilly,
Yep.
Diane Lane, I think
Diane Lane,
is
yep.
Mark Wahlberg's wife.
Yes.
Mary Elizabeth Master Antonio is the other
Yes.
swordfish captain.
Yep.
Who else is in this?
Cherry Jones is in this. She's
Okay.
the older lady who's being saved from the other place.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's got to be. Oh, what's his name? It was in Deadwood. Plays Star. He's in this. Shoot.
Brad Dourif?
No. Brad Dourif plays the doctor.
Right. Star. John Hawkes?
John Hawkes.
Yeah, John Hawkes.
Thank you.
It's all in there, Matt.
It is.
Sometimes I forget it, though, in critical moments, but it's all in there. But good. Yeah, I mean, the film, obviously, it's a New England film. Said at that time, Clooney, once again, quietly proving to be an incredible chameleon, even though he's a very attractive leading man. He can play like the Southern yokel like he does in Oh Brother.
Yeah.
He can play high-end stuff like Ocean's 11, and then he can play like a sea captain here from Boston. So, or from the New England area. Really great work he does here, man. Very soulful work, I think, too, with his crew.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, when he, spoiler alert, goes down with the ship, at the end, it's haunting, him just looking up, knowing, because he gets everybody else off that he possibly can.
Yeah.
I think it's Wahlberg is looking back down for him.
Yeah.
And just the moment of understanding between the two of them of, I have to.
Yep.
Men died on my ship.
Yep.
So as part of the honor of what the mantle that I carry, I go down with the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, to call it a disaster, but it's that type of...
It's a natural thing.
It is a natural thing,
Yeah.
and that amount of force,
Yeah.
and coming up against that, we're thankful it wasn't any closer to shore.
Right.
It's tougher to get those swells because of the graduated coastline coming up, like the shore or the shelf rather. But if something could just get that intensely close, it would wipe out massive cities. Like you could destroy Miami with the amount of force that's going through those waves and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just a huge wave rolls in, or New Orleans or something. Just crush it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, on a smaller scale, if you want to come at me because of that, so be it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you got at 10?
I wonder if this qualifies, as I was thinking about it. My number 10 is a film that a lot of people hated, but I love. It's a fucking guilty pleasure. Geostorm.
Dude, I tried watching it.
I know a lot of people don't like it.
So bad. I tried watching on the flight to fall asleep, and it was so annoying I couldn't fall asleep.
I can't explain to you my love of Gerard Butler. I just can't. I will watch just about anything he's in. He's got some kind of charm that just works for me.
Yeah, I like Den of Thieves.
Yeah, Den of Thieves was good.
The
It
ending's
was
a little
light, but it was good.
Yeah, it was a little too light at the end.
Yeah.
It was just suddenly.
Have you seen Den of Thieves?
Yeah. Suddenly it just flips, and you're like, I didn't see any precursors for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not really buying this type. I don't even want to describe what the flip is.
Yeah.
Because there's one, it's just like, well, you're trying to do this. I didn't get that from this. But anyway.
There's a sequel coming to that too, apparently.
It was big.
I liked it. Yeah, I was surprised by how well it did. But this is him and I gotta forget the actor's name, Jim something I think from Across the Universe and Now You See Me. They're brothers. Ed Harris is the president, or Andy Garcia is the president. Ed Harris, I think, is the Secretary of Defense or something like that. And there are natural disasters occurring all over the world. They don't know what's happening. You find out that it's an inside job that's and then they have to figure out how to solve it. Gerard Butler's in there with the German actress Maria something. She was in Downfall. She plays the main girl in Downfall. And she was in Control as well.
There's like two other character-y type of people that keep popping up recently in movies in that.
Yeah, Abby Cornish is in this thing. She plays the federal agent. That's Jim Sturgis. That's the guy, who plays his brother. Let's see who else. Yeah, Alexandra Maria Laura. That's her. She's the German or Austrian accent. Eugenio Derbez is in this thing, which I'm a big fan of him. Like I said, Andy Garcia, Ed Harris. Richard Schiff is in this. Mayor Winningham of all people is in this thing. So Zazie Beetz. She plays the coder, the computer code person
From Deadpool 2?
Yes, from Deadpool 2.
Isn't it Zazie?
Maybe it's Zazie. I just go with Zazie, but it's probably Zazie. Anyway, for whatever reason, I love it. I saw it the other day. Literally had it on the other day on a Saturday afternoon for an hour and a half and just sat and watched it and really enjoyed the piss out of it. I can't explain it, but I really do.
Well, I mean, basically, it's science Armageddon.
Yes. Oh, maybe that's
what it is. And no, the problem is I don't believe in the reality that Gerard Butler is the guy that built this.
yes.
Never in a million years.
You got to set him up to fix it.
So dumb. So dumb.
That's why I love it.
Sorry, no. Now, if he was the head engineer or
Right.
something like that,
Right.
or maybe I'll buy you as architect, but not as architect, engineer, science guy, physicist. Like, apparently he knows everything about something that's this massively complex.
Yeah.
No.
I hadn't thought about the connections between Armageddon and this movie.
It's what it is.
Yeah, because Bruce Willis, they're sending him up because he has to put this thing in motion.
Because
He
only
built
he
it.
has
Only
this
he can build it.
specific
Yeah.
expertise. But in this one, Butler has the
love it.
science aspect of it as well.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. Basically, you're sending a roughnecker up there to fix what is a $1 trillion, like a multi-trillion-dollar machine.
Yeah. And then you find out the twist as the thing
I
goes along.
turned it off before I
Oh,
maybe
it's a big
saw
twist.
the twist.
It's a big twist.
I don't even fucking care.
All right, then my number 9 is The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, I just don't.
You don't like that one?
I thought it was meh.
Oh, okay. I like Jake Gyllenhaal in this. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination, Emmy Ross and Chris Cooper, but I like the visuals of what they create in this movie, of what it would look like, right, if this happened, and the things they put him through. It's an enjoyable film for me. Like, I don't mind some of the leaps in logic. I just go along with it because it's a post-apocalyptic or it's a whatever film. So in your mind, you got to be like, well, yeah, this stuff might happen. This is the way it might go. Yeah, they're kind of pushing the boundaries of believability, but it's still it's an enjoyable cast, and I enjoy them doing what they're doing to get to where they need to get to. Like I said, Chris Cooper, great stuff, and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I don't know. The amount of stuff that happens in a 24-hour period is a little bit much. And then I wish I had thought of this, but this may have started the trope, or like at the height of the trope of the science advisor, that the whole reason he is there is to tell you about this one specific instance, and he finally does. And you're just like, what? I mean, the only reason we keep you around is to alert us of this one thing, and you're telling us about this one thing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is the dude's only job. He is an advisor to what, the vice president?
Yes.
It's not quite the president?
Yeah. And that's my mistake. Cooper is with October Sky. It's Dennis Quaid in this one. That's my mistake.
Oh, I thought you were saying Cooper was one of the ancillary, secondary characters.
No. Dennis Quaid is the dad. I think he's the dad of
He is Gyllenhaal.
Jake. Yeah, Jake's dad. So
He's trying to hunt him down.
Yeah.
It's like right after the rookie. Like he was getting a second run as a leading man.
Good point. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. All right, that was my number 9. My number 8. Let me bring my list back up here. Sorry. My cell phone does these things sometimes. You know what? I'll just look on the computer. My number 8 is San Andreas, The Rock.
Yeah, I watched a couple other movies instead of that one for the show.
Oh, I'm sorry you did that.
Well, I looked at the tomato meter in that.
Oh, come on.
Not from the critics. If you go into this going, look, it's a mindless disaster movie.
Yes.
But the audience reaction was actually 2 points lower, I think, than the critics. It was like at 50 and the critics were at 52. And I'm like, that tells me that this is just a shit movie. It's like, this is a C to C minus across the board.
Sure. But it's The Rock, man, and he does a great job like getting you into the vibe of what's happening. This has led to one of our most famous quotes. The boat was in the water. This is from that movie.
Okay. I just know the quote.
Yeah.
It's how invested in the show that I am, or how terrible my memory is.
That's right.
One of the two.
Yeah. I hope you don't forget that you're doing the show halfway through this show.
Could happen.
Yeah, you're just right. You never know.
happen.
It's all in play now.
Beautiful evening.
Carlo Gugino's in this. Alessandro Daddario. This is all happening in San Francisco. You know, there's these natural disasters. The San Andreas Fault opens up, and there's all this quake stuff. I think Richard Schiff's in this thing, true as well. And all this stuff happens, and they're trying. And he's the Rock is maybe the worst rescue person ever because all he wants to save is his wife and his kids. He does not want to save anybody else. He does not want to try to save anybody else.
Huh?
He's just focused. And so the city could really use him trying to save more people than just his wife and his kids, but he is going after his wife and his
The
kids.
needs of the few are greater than the needs of the many.
Certainly in Dwayne Johnson's eyes in this movie, that's for sure. But he's really good, and is another. A guy like this has to carry a film like this. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy him in the movie a lot. I think Dean Devlin directed this one. No, Peyton Reed. Oh no.
Yeah, no, I
Is
watched.
it Brad Peyton? I think it's Brad Peyton.
I watched 3 other movies,
Okay.
and this was going to be number 3, and I ended up substituting another one in.
Okay.
But I watched like The Finest Hours.
The Finest Hours is good. I like that movie. It's not great, but it's not.
Slow.
Yeah, it is slow. It's the time it's set.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
slow. And then another one, I don't know if it'll be on your list. Probably not.
Okay.
Because I don't think it rises to disaster.
Okay.
But it was good. I mean, it was one of those, it ended. Catherine and I watched it, and we were both like, it's good. I just don't think it qualifies. But that's all there is to it.
Yep. What's your number 7?
7 for me is Children of Men.
Okay.
Because, well, look, mass infertility, hypothetically could happen, just like San Andreas Fault could
Sure.
open up and swallow all of San Francisco.
Absolutely.
Hypothetically, this is possible. So like a post-apocalyptic, but the apocalypse is the fact that we're all terminal.
Yeah.
Not just the individuals that we all have to face now, the species.
Yeah.
And it's a complete, like, how do you maintain order in that type of world
Yeah.
when there's nothing? Whatever permanence or mark is obsolete. So what is life is already, for some people, utterly meaningless. And now you're throwing this on top of it, and then it ends, and nobody's even there to acknowledge it after it's gone.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God. Now it destroys a sense of self, like an idea of just the innateness of being human and shit like that. And to topple that in with a really interesting story that ends with, should we spoil it, I guess? Well, wasn't it in the trailer?
Yes, I guess so. But it's up to you if you want to spoil it. It's on your list.
I want to say it was in the trailer.
Okay.
Does that seem true or not?
I don't remember it being in this. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. It's not one of my favorites. So for whatever reason, it doesn't work for me. Like, I don't like, it seems boring to me when I watch the movie. I watched the first time, and then the next 2 times I tried to watch it because I know people were like, you got to watch it, you got to get it. And I watched 2 more times. I'm bored out of my fucking mind. And people love this movie. So I don't know. Maybe it's Clive Owen. He just doesn't do it for me.
See, I think him and Michael Caine especially.
Yeah.
He's fantastic in it. And I really believe that their kinship is genuine between the two of them. I think Clive's got pretty good chemistry with Julianne Moore, who's like a part of a radical, group that exists, as would in this type of culture and environment.
Yeah.
And the idea that, like, this seems almost like a 70s premise or something that's done on potentially like Twilight Zone or whatnot, a world where infertility is the norm. And to expand that out over a 2-hour, and how, when the twist happens, what it does to the people immediately.
Yeah.
It is instantaneous. It's like all the bickering, the arguments, the hatred, just the vileness that people were spewing towards each other dissolves in an instant.
Yeah.
Because a spark of your humanity is right in front of you in some form of hope.
Yeah.
But it's just, wow. And then it goes right back to, I don't know. I just found it interesting for that. It's a premise that I'm amazed it even got made.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. It doesn't, it's got action moments, but not to the degree that you would expect from a dystopian type of movie.
It's more of a contemplative dystopian movie.
It is, as opposed to a Mad Maxian.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What's your number 6? Or was that your number 6?
That was my 7.
Okay.
My 6 is, my cheat that I was bringing, well, not cheat, but happens off of Sunshine.
Oh, the one out in space.
Yeah.
All right.
This is one of the 3 that I watched.
I had to take this one off, but yeah, this is a good movie.
Well, look, if you're going to include what we're going to get to, this is, because if they're taking all the fissile material that's left on Earth and trying to do this, I don't know the physics behind it.
Yeah.
It seems utterly far-fetched.
And if you don't know it, that's pretty strong, because
that means nothing.
You're a big science guy, man.
Yeah, but basically my depth is the same depth that's stopping you from seeing the numbers on a scratch-off ticket. You know what I mean? My understanding of science is surface deep. So once you get past that and you see that I'm an X and you were looking for an A, an R, an S, or T, it's a loser.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
it doesn't, to jumpstart a star, and I know that's part of the tagline of this.
Yeah.
But that is a fate that is, the Earth will, whether or not we'll be around, who knows? And actually, I think as it would dim, so the sun goes from what it is now to, I don't think it goes full red giant, but it'll expand outward, and the radiation from it will destroy all living life on this, and then it should collapse down back onto itself and become a white dwarf.
Wow.
And we will all just be cold rocks spinning around this. And that is our fate. Ultimately, in billions of years.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. So that is a premise, something we're all facing.
Yeah.
Somehow humanity's around for this, and they create this big, massive ship. And I love it because it's modern technology said who knows how far into the future. But if you're going to ask me to stretch scientific understanding and all that, then put it the stakes. I like these stakes, although yours has excellent stakes as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to knock you on that.
No, and I certainly won't knock you. Danny Boyle this film is obviously of a higher quality than one we're talking about later on, and
Later on, what does that mean?
It's an incredible.
Oh my God, that was a dire warning right there. Kids, that's the little tip at the end of the first act that shows you the hero's fall at the end of the second. Oh shit. Are we going to climb back out? How far into the third act is this fall? Is it the end? Is this an anti-hero story? I think it might be. Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear God. My eyes. My eyes.
Why do you think this one didn't blow up the way his other films have?
I don't know, because
It's a good fucking film.
It should have come up on another list. I can't remember. Maybe it was a space when we did space movies or something. And the fans were like, "You need to watch this." So I did.
Yeah, finally.
Eventually, but I remember when it came out because Killian, ever since 28 Days Later, I'm like, I'm in on whatever that guy puts out.
Yeah.
And this one came out, and for some reason, the trailer just didn't grab me. So I never saw it purposely, but I was like, I like Danny Boyle.
Yeah.
I'm a huge sucker for him. It's set in space.
Yeah.
Like, everything about this checks all the boxes for me, but for some reason, I just kept it at arm's length.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's really interesting.
If you haven't seen Sunshine, you should absolutely see it. It really is a fantastic performance. And it's not a standard sci-fi film. This is not Event Horizon or any of those other films that came around the same time. This is
an excellent cast.
Singular, its own thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Chris Evans. Mark Strong.
Yep.
Shit.
And this is before he was big Mark Strong.
Asian actor who was in The Last Samurai, the second, his lieutenant. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That dude who's excellent in every movie.
He was in the Wolverine film.
Rose Byrne?
Yeah, Hiroyuki Sanada. Michelle Yeoh's in this.
Michelle Yeoh is in it.
Yeah, yeah. Chris
Curtis. Evans in a ridiculous wig.
Yep.
To start the movie.
A young Benedict Wong, who's now Wong from Doctor Strange. He's in
Which
this
is
thing.
weird to look at because do you ever watch Genghis Khan?
Yeah. Oh,
on Netflix?
That was him, right?
Yeah, that's him. It's just
Right.
like, okay, where was this in the timeline? Because now he is basically grown into what we, at that point, like, so what you get is like this more fuller bodied adult, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see him as a skinnier guy.
Yeah. He's great, though. We had him in for Collider Live. One of the funnest fucking guys you'll ever meet. So chill, regular dude. We sat and talked football for like 10, 15 minutes, Premier League. And he was fucking hilarious, man, because he's a big Manchester United fan.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, just to sit. Dude, that's one of the things that I missed that to me still like is deep inside me, man, for the London trip. We had such a great time at that bar afterwards, after the show. Sitting with like 10 dudes, or standing around with 10 guys and girls who are knowledgeable about the Premier League. I honestly could have stayed till 3 a.m. just talking about that.
I'm sure.
And the fact that we talked for an hour and a half about it and everybody ball busting and, being tribal about their teams, I was like, man, fuck, I don't get this in the States.
Of course not.
I'm as hardcore of a fan of football, Premier League football, as these British motherfuckers are, but I can't do it with the friends I have because they're not as hardcore as I am. And here I found my element, my home with these dudes and a couple of the girls who were there too were talking about. Like, I was just so fucking happy just being able. And so when we had to leave, I know we had to leave because, we'd hit the limit for Lindley. But like for me, I could have stayed till 3 a.m. No problem at all.
Well, they kicked us out by 1.
Oh,
so. And according to Graham Butler, I believe it was, said King's Cross because.
So does it get hairy there?
No, leaving here on Monday.
Yeah.
I go out to my car, and right next to my door is a used condom with a tied knot on one end.
Yikes.
And I, tweeted out a picture of it, but he was like, I'm surprised you didn't see that in King's Cross. And I'm like, really? I got no vibe of that. So maybe it's there Santa Monica and Highland.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just like that's a area of London. That's right in that area. There's a lot of hookers walking around.
Oh,
It's not a bad area, but just some reason they've chosen residency here.
yeah.
And we all kind of let it go. Because that area here in West Hollywood, of all the shitty areas, that one's not bad.
No, it's true.
They're
It's
way
true.
worse. If you went south like 3 blocks,
Yeah,
it gets, just more and more busier and busier and
Yeah.
older and older neighborhoods.
Gets hairy.
Inner city neighborhoods.
right.
But yeah, I was like, oh shit. But that venue was so nice.
Venue was great.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think after the second show in Chicago, we'll probably do the same thing.
Right.
Hang out as best we can. Like their
Yeah.
bar will be open. We can just go right into the next
Yep.
room.
I won't have any requirements on me because I'm not there for celebration. I'm there for the show.
Yeah, me too.
And Lindley's not coming with me, so I'll be chilling in my apartment in the hotel, so I can stay out late drinking this time and hang out with the fans and do whatever, and hopefully not get into any mischievous problems. But yeah, it'll be fun.
I know it used to be. So I had friends for years that lived in Chicago and go visit them. And there was like this, I don't know if it was a migration because certain bars closed at different times.
Yeah.
But we ended up hitting like 3 bars, but it seemed to be the same, like 1 or 2 towards the end of the night and be like,
Yeah.
oh, these are the ones that maybe stay open the latest.
Right.
And just getting plastered. I walked across half the city of Chicago once to get back to my parents' place.
Holy shit!
Through downtown. It took me like 25 minutes to walk through.
Through downtown.
At 3:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
All these years later, now realizing like that was pretty dumb, man.
Yeah.
But I was so just hammered. I remember the walk. Nobody else out. I only saw like 2-3 people.
Wow.
Yeah, and just walked for like
just got
25
lucky.
minutes unencumbered.
Yeah.
Some cars, but it's just me.
See, I'm all freaked out, and I'm asking Frank, like, what should I take from here to here, and blah blah.
So easy.
He's like, it's public transportation, you'll be fine.
Take the train everywhere, walk.
Yeah,
Done.
He said the red line runs 24 hours, you can go anywhere. But where I'm staying at, which is about 15 minutes away from the venue, I'm gonna take an Uber back. But like there, I'll just take public transportation there.
Yeah.
I might even go a little early and just hang out and have a drink or two at the bar and then go do our show. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I haven't looked into the specifics of the day itself. I'm meeting somebody for lunch,
Yeah.
but
I'm flying in overnight, so I'm probably going to try to sleep as much as possible during the day and then roll into the show. So, yeah.
yeah, we get in late afternoon, early evening.
Cool. I
Like,
couldn't
more like evening, but
I couldn't get that Wednesday off, so I had to leave at night. So, yeah, I hear you.
it was either that or get in at like midnight or 1 or something ridiculous.
Right.
And it's like, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
We also waited till
Yeah, me too.
that's another problem.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, so where were we at?
Yeah, April 11th, guys. Look how much we enjoyed it.
Yeah. Come enjoy with us.
Talk to anybody that went to London. They enjoyed it just as much as we did.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And if Chicago ends up bringing more gray-haired dolls, I will fucking fist fight all of you. I have 2 sitting on my desk right now. I stare at them every day. Every day. I'm not kidding. One is markedly larger than the other.
Yeah.
And so the little one sits in the lap of the larger one. They're just sitting right there.
Yeah.
Just see these 2 gray-haired sons of bitches.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
we will get gifts. I have no idea.
Oh, gifts would be nice. Yeah, maybe we'll
Yeah,
get something.
we got a few gifts.
We did in London. We got a few gifts. So if you're coming to Chicago, you're thinking about getting us something, well, get us something. We'll open it on stage.
Yeah,
Fuck
and by
it.
the way,
Fuck it.
I want to say the guy's name was Josh, but I could be fucking that up. Gave Catherine wine recommendations
Oh.
for the rest of our trip.
Yeah.
Worked out, I'd say 80% of the time.
Oh, nice.
I think there was only one she was like, yeah, that was okay, but 2, 3, 4 others,
Yeah,
right on the money.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, there's a million wines out there. And the fact that he's like, just look for this region. And one of these 2 or 3, I think, was what he kind of did. Oh, if you like that and you're in that area, look for this.
Wow.
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the greatest fans, man.
Yeah, worked out beautifully.
I don't fucking care what anybody says. We have the greatest fans.
I know, Chicago, you guys, once again, you got a tall bill to fill.
Yeah, step it up.
But
All right.
I think you can break it right
Yeah.
now. We're so close to selling out the early show, and the late show is nipping at its heels.
Yeah.
So by the time you guys hear this, because when we're recording this, there's only like 12 or 14 seats left. Have to look it up. On the first show, and the second show has like 5 more.
Yeah.
So we're very close.
Come on.
Yeah, we should be able to sell these out. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
April 11th, 2 shows, 7 and 10, reggieslive.com. Get the tickets there, reggieslive.com. What number are we on?
I think we're at my number 7.
We are.
I think, yeah? All right, 2012. That was my number 7.
All right, not too large a punt.
No, not too large. But it was in the next section, so. 2012, good, fun movie. John Cusack, Oliver Platt. Is it Chiwetel Ejiofor? Is he in this thing?
I would
too?
assume so.
Woody Harrelson.
It's been a while since I've seen this.
Danny Glover. Who plays the president? Was it Danny Glover or Morgan Freeman? I forget who plays the president in this.
Gotta be Danny.
Right? You think it's Danny? Yeah, I think
Once
it's
again,
Danny.
I haven't seen this probably since 2014.
Tandy Newton's in this thing.
Yeah, it's got a wide cast. But my takeaways from it are,
Danny. Danny Glover. Yeah.
are Cusack, the Russian oligarch.
Yes, which is very funny.
It is. And all his cars out on dude, leave them.
Yeah.
You think there's going to be gas stations?
Right. Where are you going to juice up?
Where?
Yeah,
Where?
exactly.
The oil supply is going to run up pretty quick. It's stupid. If you want to bring horses, okay, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Depending on how huge this event is, but the prophecy came true.
Yep.
So this shit could be really terrible. And I love all these years later, like now watching it going, dude, or not now, since 2014, but Oliver Platt is technically the villain, but he's not wrong.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong.
So it's weird that you don't want to side with him, but at the same time, it's like this dude is trying to save
Yeah.
all of us.
Yep.
As best he can.
Yep. He thinks this is the way to do it.
Technically, he's not wrong.
Right. He's just
Yeah.
kind of doing it.
It's like in
behind everyone's
Sunshine.
back.
I side with Chris Evans. Once you see the logic of what he's talking about, he's like, this seems more accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, Killian's also makes sense. But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts later on, it's like, I'm with Chris. Much as I don't like this decision,
Yeah.
I'm with Chris.
Yeah.
This is another tough one, but his logic is sound.
Yeah. A lot of interesting people in this one, just like there is in the Sunshine, and it's a lot of fun. And Amanda Pete's in this too as well. And
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, she plays I think she plays his wife and everything like that. And so this is a fun one. Every once in a while, I'll catch about an hour of it on TV, but I always enjoy it. It's one of these it's one of these disaster movies that fully understands what it is,
Yeah.
doesn't take itself too seriously, has a blast doing it. The Buddhist with the water coming at you is like, okay, we're gonna go that route. Fine. It's classic role.
That's why I included it.
Yeah.
If you're going to go full bore, lean into the punch.
Exactly.
And I appreciate the fact that you did that because other ones are still trying to make a serious movie.
Yeah.
When they know, come on, you're Independence Day.
Exactly.
Roland knows what he's making.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's never trying to be
anything more than what it is. All right, then my number 6 is Twister, which was the punt.
All right,
from
2
earlier as
slight
well.
punts. Okay.
Yeah, 2 slight punts. Slight punts. I didn't say they were big. Twister is. I still enjoy Twister, man. It's Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton are fucking magic in this movie. Jamie Gertz, it was great to see her again after having not seen her for a bit since the 80s. Philip Seymour Hoffman's good in this movie.
It's amazing he had the career he had because he played just such a convincing idiot.
Yeah.
Like this drunken kind of, not drunken, but a dude that's slovenly.
Yeah,
let's put it that
slovenly
way.
is the right
Even
word.
though they're storm chasers. Yeah. It's just all, if you really take a step back and look at this from a macro vantage point, we should really side with the government because they have the resources to best throw at this problem as opposed to the people that are making sensors in their garage.
Yeah.
Not to say that they can't be good tinkerers, but the days of October Sky are long gone.
Right, exactly.
Technology's gone through leaps and bounds. They have stuff you don't. Maybe they can adopt your idea and they should be open to the discussion.
Right.
If they were genuinely scientists, but if it's the bureaucracy of a government, I understand it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's another one that it knows what it's doing.
Exactly. And there's some fun, great effects with the stuff flying around, the tornado and the cow and everything. Like all of it around is just a lot of fun and thoroughly enjoyable. And it's still one that I still revisit every once in a while and enjoy thoroughly because of the actors and some of the special effects.
So I have early Helen Hunt movie transition from Mad About You.
Yeah, exactly.
Like could have been second, third film out when she was genuinely like they're making a push for her to be a leading actress. And this did really well.
Yeah, it did. Made a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm glad they never went back to do a sequel.
I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel.
But it turns into Jaws 2 at that point.
Yeah, true. It does.
like,
Doesn't mean you can't still make money off of it. So.
Although at the same time, it makes more sense because they are storm chasers.
Yeah.
But how do you raise the stakes? Like this one was a category 5 or whatever the highest, something that she had seen. Was it her that saw it as like a little girl?
Yeah.
And it changed her perspective and other people hadn't seen it?
She survived it, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I think it took her dad. Didn't it take her dad?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's like she has rightfully understands this beast
Yeah.
type of thing.
She has this obsession with it, kind of like Ahab and Moby
Yeah,
Dick.
it is. It's Moby
Has to
Dickian.
find this thing, yeah. All right, what's number 5?
5 is The Wave.
That's my 5.
So you finally saw it.
I did. On Netflix.
It's a good movie.
That damn movie is good.
You know the entire premise from the fucking name of the movie.
Yep.
And still, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
And such an interesting little story of a problem that is real,
Yep.
that is inevitably going to happen.
Yes, I
Just
think
comes
that's
down
fair.
to the direction of that wave.
Yeah. Which way is it going to go?
Which way is it going?
And you are not going to be able to stop it no matter what you think
It
you
might
can
go
do.
the other way. There'll still be a ripple
Yeah.
effect, and it'll come back. Maybe it hurts the lowest of low-lying areas.
Right.
But this son of a bitch, like that wall of water that's coming,
Yeah.
that totally could happen. That is a weird form of terror to live with.
Yeah.
Because that to me seems more likely than a magnitude 6 earthquake here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But both are fucking likely. Just
Yeah.
that one. How much mass of rock does it take to get that type of wave? That's my question.
Well, the thing is, we're so unaware of the power of the ocean. Even people who study it are so unaware of the power of, or are still like
Well, how do you mean?
discovering it. Like you just said, what's the size of the rock that could cause this? What's the
Well, that's simple
accident?
physics. You could figure that out.
All that kind of stuff. But will it cause it? The conditions have to be right.
Yeah.
The situation has
Who
to be.
knows
yeah.
what's gonna trip it?
That's what I mean. And because no matter how much people study the ocean, it's still an unknowable thing for the most part because it's so massive, it's
Yeah.
so large. And you don't know what its characteristics are from day to day because any little thing could affect it. And it's fascinating.
Well, the amount of various actions and energies working in unison to create what we call weather.
Yeah.
When that changes, like if the jet stream changes, and the jet stream in the air or the water.
Right.
If one of those were like to ever so slightly shift, that'll throw off the weather patterns over here. Like
Right.
there's just a ripple effect going down. Yeah, the amount of energy and is incredibly impressive. Yeah, you're right. There is an unknowableness because of the size. It's like the scope of the universe.
Yeah.
It's infinite, but what does that even mean?
Yeah.
That's our understanding of we don't know.
Right.
It seems, as far as we can tell, that it's infinite.
Yeah.
But how do you expand into nothing?
Well, this is right, exactly. And this is just a random event that happens because that rock comes down, or was it a pike or whatever it is?
They're in a
mountain
fjord.
pass, yeah, a fjord
Or whatever. Yeah, it's a slide.
and then it just comes down. And you're like, well, how much of that? How many of those things are there around the world?
That large, I bet you there's not that many. They would have a population built up on.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I'm
who
sure
knows?
there's still houses around.
Right.
But to have a community where it looks like it's a vacation area.
Yeah.
Because there's that hotel right on, so people maybe come like relax.
Mm-hmm.
Type of like all the Bavarian cities that the Nazis frequented. You know what I mean? All these picturesque, beautiful places, and be like, this is a favorite vacation spot of. You're like, oh, that's really interesting.
Goebbels was here.
Yeah.
That son of a
There's no
bitch.
more plaques celebrating that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, they took those down.
Oh man! But the action of the film is also fantastic as well. I mean, that's really the selling point. Yeah, the special effects are great. The fact that it's a foreign film is also interesting too. But then the pace of it is really what sells the
And
film.
good acting.
Yes, and this is a film that is a disaster film that isn't like 2012 or these other films. This does take itself seriously because
It's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Like, there's no point in magnifying the terror
Yeah.
because the terror is justified.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, another movie we're going to get to later. Just like, this shit is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's this is, once again, it's the unknowableness
Exactly.
of it all.
What's your number 4?
4 is Everest.
Yes, a slight punt.
Okay.
Slight punt.
Yeah, I would have gone higher,
Mm-hmm.
but the disaster element of it, because it's another that affects so small.
Yeah.
I took it down a little bit.
I can respect that. I put it where I put it because of the quality of the film,
Oh, it's awesome.
and that's what I say. So we'll talk about it in just a sec. And this is where we finally land on
It's the end of the second act.
Armageddon. Yes, and number 4. Number 4. I love this movie so much. I can't explain. I know people hate me for loving this movie, but there's enough people who I respect and admire as intelligent people in the world who love this movie.
I was just saying, Josh, what was it? Josh Mabry that had Tombstone on his list at like 6.
Yeah.
That seems about right, if not a little high for Armageddon. You know,
You're insane.
that's a 9-10 pocket type of movie.
These are disaster movies. This is a disaster situation. Great cast, vibrant, colored film.
That's what you're selling it with?
Michael Bay does a great action in this. Bruce Willis, a young Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, Michael Clark Duncan, the late Michael Clark, Will Patton, Steve Buscemi, Owen Wilson, for God's sakes. Shawnee Smith has a cameo.
Look, it doesn't matter how many actors' names you list.
Yes.
Predicating the film on why wouldn't we just teach astronauts to do this really simple task?
It's not a simple task.
Really?
Hey, man, are
They're
you a
drilling-
roughneck? I'm not a roughneck.
I'm not.
I'm not a scientist.
But at the same time, they're sending down a computer-guided drill. Doesn't take a roughnecker
Well,
to send down a computer. Is it not computer? Doesn't it like it runs off of because it has
No.
those self-propelling tracks?
yeah, but
they put it down.
But they have to monitor it and pull it back out or move it in slow. But like, it still is human to understand who has experienced drilling into depth. I can't believe we're arguing the logic of this, but this is the situation. You have to have humans up there who can drive this thing, fix this thing, make this thing go. And if there's any problems because of previous experience doing this kind of work, they will be able to improvise and troubleshoot the situation.
Astronauts built a space station in real life in space.
Wait a minute. Did astronauts or did engineers do that?
They still had to. They had to do as much work as those roughnecers did on the comet.
Okay.
They have to line up, and they're trying to get the trajectories right and going out and doing spacewalks to make sure everything is pulled together. At least the moon has a little bit of a gravity, so it makes the job easier.
Because they're trained to do it and they're studied to do it. The roughneckers are trained to do what they do and they study to do what they do.
I would just think in the amount of time
Like you're just trying
you
to
could train an astronaut in 2 to 3 months how to do something like this.
All right. You didn't have 2 to 3 months, remember? It was only 2 weeks.
What do we know of the roughneckers they're portraying in this movie? Not saying real life roughneckers, but the roughneckers in this movie,
Yeah.
all at best have GEDs. At best.
Well, yeah, but they know what they know.
I'm just saying, but they learned that.
The NFL is not full of MIT graduates.
Oh, but NASA is.
Sure,
is
NASA
guys
is.
with 2-3 doctorates who are also fighter pilots and all kinds of crazy. They have advanced skills. You tell me you couldn't teach a dude like that quicker to drill than to teach a guy with potentially a GED how to be an astronaut.
Look, I don't want to walk into toxic masculinity here, but yeah, I'm telling you there's a difference.
Dude, you can't walk into something you're drowning in. Because that's all this movie is. That's all this movie is.
I don't think it's toxic.
It's toxic. It is so toxic. Why the fuck do they have a machine gun up on the goddamn comet?
That's not my decision. I don't know.
As we've talked about, I brought it up numerous other times.
Yeah.
In space travel, the very first thing that any engineer calculates is payload.
Yes.
That is the
Weight.
primary concern.
Yes.
Weight. So why do you bring up machine guns that actually you just have to put these little hand things on? It's like the big mover equipment type
Yeah.
in industrial settings. So you have to have the computer logic behind that,
Right.
plus the machine itself and all the bullets.
I think it's just to shoot the asteroids or pieces of the rock out of the way.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure. It's Michael Bay forgetting that he's making a movie and suddenly he has too big a budget on a car commercial.
fair enough. Look, I'm not going to argue the logic of this film. I just enjoy the fuck out of it. It is a disaster film.
Dude.
And if you look at all these films, which one am I going to put on right now to watch again? It's going to be Armageddon. All right, let's move on.
You're like the Michael Phelps of this toxic masculinity pool. You're just flying through it.
I'm not swimming in
Flying
toxic
through.
masculinity. I just appreciate it in this film. All right, what's your number 3?
3 is Only the Brave.
Oh, shit. Shit.
That is a disaster.
Shit.
Living in Southern California, that's a fucking disaster.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great fucking point. You just kicked Geostorm off my list. Okay.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, I
Shit.
forgot about that movie. I'm saying I could put it on my list, not on our overall list. I forgot about that. Was an enjoyable fucking
Oh, it was
movie.
great. Couldn't believe it didn't do well.
More people should have seen that movie.
Yeah, and they should watch it now.
Yes.
If you like Deepwater Horizon, or if you haven't seen that, another type of movie like this where it's well paced, It's an interesting story, well acted, and it's just quick. It's like bing, bing, bing. Here's a lot of information that you have to digest, but they do it in a way that you understand.
Yes.
Only the Brave is so it's something that's very real for us in Southern California and also and in the West to some degree. Anywhere there's a ton of trees still, which we have more than
Yes, we do.
And I personally, just a view, I've seen up close. I've driven on the interstate where thankfully the fire is going the opposite direction, but it's going up such and such, Latuna Canyon, or it's the Burbank fire, or it's when I first moved to San Diego, like in the first year or so, I woke up, I left my buddy's house driving home, and I was like, I texted him afterwards. I was like, dude, is it snowing? Look it up on weather.com.
Yeah.
Like that's all. I just had text. I didn't have internet on my phone. Because ash was raining down because there was a massive fire outside of San Diego.
Yeah.
The next day I woke up and the sky was as red as Total Recall when they're on Mercury.
Jesus.
Or on Mars, rather. It was red.
Wow.
And there was a pillow of ash across everything.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I started getting calls nonstop from family and whatnot. And now I've lived through it enough times where, this goes the wrong way.
Yeah.
And you're, potentially killing thousands, if not tens of thousands of people.
Okay.
So, it's an excellent movie. Josh Brolin is really good in it. A good ensemble cast.
Miles Teller's great in it.
Yeah. I think this and Whiplash are the two standout times where I thoroughly enjoyed him.
It's tragic. It's a fucking tragic movie.
It is.
If you don't know, this is I think it's based on a New York Times article or a New York Times piece from or an article from the Sunday New York Times magazine. And they made the movie out of it. And some great, as Matt said, great work. It's a story I didn't fully know before I walked into it. And great other character actors in the movie throughout, playing the parts that they're playing. And you start to connect with these people so that what happens when it happens, you're just like fucking devastated by the end. So it's fantastic in that way. And there's a great image near the end when what happens that will stay with you. I would say that stays with you afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You living here for so long, probably the reason we didn't know about it is because we've heard so many of these stories.
That's a good point.
That they're starting to bleed into, and you don't pay as much attention.
Yeah.
Like I used to be enraptured by this coverage. As a friend of mine who's a comic moved to San Diego, and it went right over my head because I lived through the one.
Yeah.
But someone said to him, "Was like, oh shit, we got fire season coming up." He's like, fire season? You guys get each other cards? Like, I'm turn it into a bit. I was like, oh, that's a good bit. I can't believe as being an out-of-towner.
Yeah.
But it was so jarring the first time.
Yeah.
But you get so used to it.
You do.
Like the ones that stick out now is the last big fire we had out here.
Yeah.
When Verizon throttled back the LTE for the actual firemen that were up there, so they were having trouble communicating with one another and the people around them, and they were getting throttled by Verizon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a week later, Verizon is putting out instantly commercials saying, hey, we're there for you. We would never throttle.
Yeah.
As they're dealing with the PR fallout from...
Fucking lies.
Yeah, exactly. Lies. Just like the net neutrality.
Right.
We swear to God, we're not going to throttle this. We're not going to create a 2-tiered system, eventually a 3-tiered system, and whatever. They're not going to squeeze every penny. No, we're going to. We want this power, but we'll never use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how power works. Ridiculous, man. It's amazing how fucking simple rights like that get sold down.
Oh yeah.
The river for corporate good.
Yeah, we're just numbers in their pages, man.
Just ridiculous.
All right, that's your number 3, right?
That was my 3.
My 3 is The Impossible.
That's a punt.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your number 2? We still get all,
All right. We have Armageddon at 4. I can do this all day long.
Of course.
I can look at you with contempt.
Feel free.
Number 2 is Contagion.
Okay, I didn't include any of those, but go. I know you love that movie, so.
Dude, this is realer than all of them.
Sure.
Outside of my number 1.
Yeah, but is this a natural disaster? I just don't know if it's a natural disaster.
How is it not natural? Between 1918 and 1920, the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
Think how connected the world is now. The Spanish flu managed to infect 500 million people.
Right.
And that's a rough estimate.
Yeah, but for me, that's born out of bacteria created by us. So
that's why we've always lived in concert
natural
with.
disasters.
That's a natural occurring. That's
okay.
As natural as it gets.
Okay.
Look, somewhere between 5 to 10% of the people that came into contact with it died.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. You don't have to stress the statistics to me. I get what you're saying.
25.
I just don't see contagion stuff or biological stuff as necessarily a natural disaster.
How is that not natural?
That
the
could be a
bubonic
blind
plague,
spot
is
on
it
my
natural?
thing. To me, it's a disease that happened from human beings, or like things that we're doing as we become a more industrial
We
society.
have no control
we
over that
spark these
whatsoever.
things.
Just as we have no control over any of these other things. It is out of our realm of control.
Yeah.
We can no more stop that than we can stop time from advancing. These things are still going to develop, mutate, and they want to survive just like we do.
Yeah.
So part of their survival tactic is killing us off, just like we tried to kill them off.
Sure.
It's a tete-a-tete, man. That's as natural as it gets.
Okay.
Man versus nature.
Okay.
It's fucking. So it's based on that, the interconnectivity of the world now. So the other part of the Spanish flu, which is crazy, is usually the flu takes out kids and the elderly.
Yeah.
Or the already infirmed.
Right.
That sumbitch took out people in the prime of their life. It took down the healthiest of the population, people in the pink of health, killed them off. So much so that the average life expectancy in this country went down by 12 years thereafter.
Yeah.
Like immediately following, because it just cut down so many people in their early prime. That's fucking bananas. So now you're saying, we just went to London, and after that, I then went to 2 other countries in the span of 3 weeks. If I picked up something, then I'm back here, and like that, lickety split. Now I've transmitted something that could kill.
Yeah.
I mean, that is as natural as it gets. So to see that, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Look, you believe it is. That's your.
I know
right.
that it is.
That's
we have
your
proof
right.
from 100 years ago that this has actually happened.
Okay, I'm not saying that it hasn't happened. I think the genesis is human based. If it's human based, it doesn't feel like natural
How
disaster
did we
to me.
create the Spanish flu? We have a rough idea of where it started, but we don't know specifically, as far as I recollect.
Yeah.
So how can you pinpoint it to man? Like, bacteria is a naturally occurring thing.
Sure.
It existed long before us and will exist more than likely long after us.
That's true.
So
I don't know why
we're the anomaly.
You have the right. Like, this is your belief, and I
it's not even a
applaud
belief.
you.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Okay. You're stating that then
I'm stating
bacteria isn't
I'm
natural.
stating from the qualifications of my list. I didn't feel
You need
anything bacteria related is a natural disaster, in my opinion.
So what? Interplanetary rock or our own rock has to turn on us, and that's the only way it counts?
Yes, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Looking at over here, yes, pretty much.
Okay. Well, there's more to the natural world.
Yes, I know there is.
If a black hole consumed us,
I mean, I could have
That
put
would be
Grizzly
natural.
on this as we're going to go that far, where those Grizzly Bear or the Frogs movie or that, like, those are natural current things.
if you wanted to, you
Yeah,
could
if I
make a
wanted
case
to,
for that.
but I didn't think that was.
I don't know if it counts as disaster. This kills,
A bunch of frogs killing people seems like a disaster to me.
but how much truth is in that? Like,
Like Planet of the Apes, would that be a disaster?
no, because what the fuck do you mean? Is that a disaster?
What? We use
Apes can
bacteria to bring those apes to human sentience, to sentience.
Okay, but we have no evidence that we can do that.
What do you mean?
That's science fiction. This is based on
okay.
science fact.
Okay.
So if we're talking about natural, like, this shit has happened.
Okay.
This isn't some fictional, we're trying to reignite the sun or destroy a meteor before it gets here.
Right.
That's happened.
Okay.
This is the best evidence we have of it. There have been numerous other diseases throughout time that have done this to us.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is every once and again, the plague descends upon people. That's natural, my man.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I know you are. Go ahead. Defend the movie now, or talk about the movie at least.
Oh, it's a well-rounded cast. Matt Damon, Lawrence Fishburne plays the head of the CDC. Matt Damon's a father. His wife, who is Gwyneth Paltrow, is actually patient zero. And she picks up, something from China, from something she eats, from like a bat that pooped on a pig. And then we killed the pig in unsanitary measures and whatnot. And it's just the cyclical nature of, every once again, our number gets pulled type of thing.
Yep.
And let's see, who else was in this?
Kate Winslet?
Yes.
Yep.
She was another doctor.
Marianne Cotillard is in this too, right? Or no?
Is she? No, I thought it wasn't Vera Farmiga.
Or was it Monica
it was
Bellucci?
Who else was in this? I'm trying to rack my brain here. because it moves through different government and CDC and
Your boy John
Matt
Hawkes is in
Damon.
this.
What's his name? The Jude Law's in it.
Jude Law. Your boy John Hawkes is in this.
John Hawkes. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, Marianne Cotillard. Yeah. She is one of the doctors.
Okay, then she is the one that that tested out on herself.
Yeah.
The vaccine. Is that Jonas Salk that did that?
Yes.
Is he the one that tested the vaccine on himself?
Yep.
The polio vaccine?
Yep. Jonas Salk, yep. Cranston's in this.
Okay. Yeah, he plays like a general or a colonel or some jazz like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah. I only saw it once. Wasn't my jam, but I respect that it is yours. And your number 2. Incredible. All right. My number 2 is Everest, which was the punt from earlier.
For my 4.
Really love this movie, man. And, from a blizzard that occurs, these two teams get caught up in this situation. Great cast, great pacing in the film. And usually these mountain climbing films or whatever type of films, they don't always get me, man. I find them to be at times a bit strain my credibility and strain my attention.
Because most of them are eventually turned kind of ridiculous.
Yes. But this one, for whatever reason, really, really worked. And I have this weird kind of fascination with Everest anyway. Like, I'll never climb it. No fucking way.
No.
But like, I have 2 friends who have gone to base camp at the summit.
Well, it's not at the summit.
Is it base camp?
Summit's at the top.
Oh, sorry. It's base camp, which is what, like 13,000 or something? I don't know. It's pretty high up.
Somewhere around there. I mean, there's
getting to base camp is big.
Yeah, there's base camp, and then there's 2 other camps on the way up.
Okay.
That you nationally, because you have to acclimate to various altitudes.
Yes.
And then eventually above that, you get into the dead zone where there's not enough oxygen to breathe. So you're actively dying every moment that you're up there. And you can only stay, because eventually you get like pulmonary edema or hypoxia rather, or various things where just your body can't function.
Yeah.
You'll either drown in blood in your own lungs or in some sort of water.
Yeah. Or
your brain will bleed, or you just lack oxygen.
Wow.
Yeah. It's gnarly to go.
I'm sure.
That high. I got a buddy. It's come up other times. I mean, I'm fascinated by anything I'll never do. So I've read numerous books.
Yeah.
I was happy to see this movie because I like Into Thin Air, the book.
Oh, yeah. The Krakauer book.
Yeah. And then the movie that follows after that. I enjoyed those and the numerous climbing films and shit like that. It's fascinating. And it's only at 4 because it happens to, in this one, 2 climbing parties. It's not huge.
Right.
It doesn't take out thousands of people.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair. I think the quality of the film is what pushed it as high as it did for me.
Yeah.
And kept it on the list. Like, it kept, as I was creating the list, it kept moving further and further up because in comparison with the other films, and also how good it is. And it kept moving it up. So that's what's my number 2. All right. What's your number 1?
1 is The Impossible.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because we all saw the video of,
that's phenomenal.
basically the internet had been around for a while, but this was the first time we had footage of a tsunami hitting, and you see just the sheer destructive force of a wall of water.
Yep.
Before that, you saw like deep impact.
Yep.
And it hits out to sea, and then the water recedes in this massive wave. But to see the reality, and then read the accounts and the stories of the people that lived through it, and I love that they made a movie about the white people's perspective of this, terrible thing that happened in Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, I believe.
That was the big thing. Right?
Yeah, just let's focus on the British. Were they British or Australian? I want to say British.
Yeah, British, yeah.
Families. Naomi Watts, and was it Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, Ewan McGregor, and a young Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, her walking through the water with just that huge, gnarly...
Oh, yeah.
The whole time watching that and be like, the amount of bacteria and stuff that's swimming in and out of that wound.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And these carcasses floating past. And, I mean, what do you do? One moment, you're fine. And then the next moment, hey, I'm miles inland.
Yeah.
And there's still a wave coming.
And how many people, creatures, debris, large chunks of buildings are rolling with this water at me, right? It's insane.
It's it's stuff like that now as an adult, it was hard for me to wrap my head around as a kid the difference between kinetic and potential energy, and how potential energy could be wrapped up in, say, these bongos that are sitting on top of the table.
Yeah.
Because the table is, the energy transfer, but all you got to do is push over a slight bit, and you see its stored potential energy come to life. And you'd hear that, and you're like, yeah, but how does it have stored potential energy? I don't understand that. And then you see a wave, and you're like, here's the stored potential energy of this mass, and if you can move it, holy sweet Jesus. Oh, my God. And it's why when you read, like, if you jump from, like, cliff jumping or something from a high enough plateau or something, eventually the water is like concrete.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Yeah.
It's like it's part of the trade-off, and at that point there's not enough of a ripple, so kind of like, holy shit, the dynamic that this has is unlike what I'm used to experiencing on a day-to-day level.
Yeah.
Which is like, dear God, man, the ocean.
I don't fuck with the ocean, man. Like, I don't.
No.
I respect the fuck out of the ocean.
I like it from afar.
Yeah. Right. Fun to look at. Great. Beautiful. Take pictures.
I'll go out on it.
Sure.
I'll do things on it. I have zero problem with that. But being in the Navy, no chance.
Yeah.
No chance. You want to go live on a boat for 6 months? No. No, that sounds like hell.
Yeah. My girlfriend won't agree to a cruise, man.
I've done one ever. It was fine.
Yeah.
But I was like 16.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So before you, like, you could really be aware of what could happen. Yeah.
My brother got to gamble because he was 18.
Oh, okay.
Or that would have made me 15. I think he was just 18, so he got to gamble when I was 15.
Okay.
But it was fine. Got to do some stuff here and there.
Yeah.
But
she won't do it. I've never been on one. I've always wanted to go on one, but she's like, no.
There's some people
stuck out there.
Instead of going to like a retirement community, just live on like one of those vacation cruises. They just live year round.
What?
Yeah, it costs X per year. And they're just a constant passenger.
Wow.
So you basically just like, instead of renting or owning a home and making a mortgage payment and all that stuff, I just do one lump sum and pay. I mean, they're better off, but they're not like extravagantly rich.
Right.
It's just instead of paying for a nursing home every year, I pay to do this. I pay a little bit more, but I pay to do this.
Wow.
And I live,
that's
on a
mind-blowing.
fucking cruise line.
So you can just stay in your, like, do they have housekeepers or like that? Oh, really?
But think about it. It's like a floating hotel.
Yeah, I guess.
So they have housekeepers and all. Maybe you don't get the everyday service.
Right.
Maybe you only get it, once, twice a month or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the perks are thereafter. I'm sure you get passes to shows.
Sure.
And stuff like that, and discounts on food and everything.
Right.
And I read that and I was like, I mean, that sounds like fun for a month or two.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could do that.
Becomes repetitive after a while.
Yeah.
Especially if you have nothing else to do but to hang around a fucking cruise ship all day.
Yeah.
And you can't like go anywhere else.
No.
You're pretty much stuck.
I mean, you say to yourself, like, oh, they've got a grocery type of area. You can go to port and I can go shopping and all that and go to the casino. But just like, but then that's it.
Right.
I don't know. It just seems too limiting.
The Japanese one was the scariest one for me. The footage of the tsunami, of what happened there. That was the one that got me.
Okay.
I didn't see the Indonesian one that this is based on until afterwards. But seeing the Japanese one, I was just like, holy God.
Yeah, just going through towns and boats are coming flying through.
It was the methodical nature of it. Mm-hmm. It was an indestructible force that just kept going and didn't have to make big announcement about itself. It just kept going, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And the best part is, okay, now when you're visualizing that, now just imagine it frozen, and that's a glacier.
Yeah, right. Good.
And that's
points.
how glaciers carve out. They have all this mass sitting on it, and it's just slowly moving in one direction.
Yep.
Just what the fuck is a rock gonna do in the face of I don't know how many tons this is.
Yeah.
How many millions of tons?
Yeah. It's crazy.
You see something like that, and you're like, what do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
It's a fair point, man. All right. Well, then I really hate to say my number one.
What is your number one? Dude, is it a punt from earlier?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. What do you have? Let me go down my side list. Because you said you didn't have that one. I thought you might have that one. That one seems man-made to me. That one's definitely man-made. You had that one. I don't know.
Okay. There's a great film that came out 2 or 3 years ago with a bunch of comics called This Is the End. And it's a natural disaster that occurs in the movie because the earth opens up, starts swallowing everybody. And I love this movie. I think it's funny as hell. I've seen it multiple times. Oh my God, you guys should see Matt Nost's face right now.
I mean, you're looking at me with skepticism over Contagion, and this turns into basically
This fits the definition.
yeah, but this is in essence hell opening up,
Yeah.
and swallowing the earth.
Well, no, not hell. The earth opens up, and then eventually
That is very much
stuff goes down.
Yes, stuff goes down. This is the bowels of hell opening up and swallowing Hollywood. How is this natural?
It's natural because
I want to look it up. Do they even call it like?
yes, it's a natural disaster.
I'm gonna look it up.
And then what happens? What do they call that when they bring up everybody? What do they call it? The R thing, whatever it is, where God brings people up to heaven.
The rapture.
The rapture, that's it. Then the rapture occurs later on. But it's all about like the earth opening up, the shit goes down, fires, the whole fucking world is crazy. And these people have to figure out how to get along in this situation, how to function in the situation. It's full of incredibly funny moments. And then it's really about Seth Rogen and Jay Baruchel characters repairing their friendship. And all these characters essentially are playing themselves. So it's really, really funny. Maybe I should have put lower on the list. Maybe Everest should be one, but I thought it'd be funny to put it at number one because I like this movie so much and I watch it over and over and over again. And it's incredible, but it's certainly a natural disaster. The earth opens up. What more do you need?
All right, so it calls it American disaster comedy film.
There you go.
Yeah, but natural is excluded, but I'm not counting that yet.
Oh my God. I love how you're trying to discount this. This cracks me up.
It's
my list.
I want to see how they phrase it specifically.
Okay.
How the earth comes to shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the apocalypse predicated on the book of Revelation.
There you go. That's natural.
Okay.
It's the apocalypse.
Okay. I mean, this is, to me, more outside forces acting on us as opposed to the earth itself or
Okay.
the universe as we understand it.
Yeah.
Not to say that this doesn't factor into that, but these would be forces like, I don't know, some otherworldly forces coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And the closest we have to that is an asteroid hitting.
Right. Okay.
It is hell opening up. So now suddenly Satan's a part of this.
Well, it says American disaster.
Yeah, but
Where
it also
does Satan?
says,
Satan doesn't show up.
well, look, his character's belief is that this is the book of Revelation's happening.
So you're saying it's a biblical disaster, not a natural disaster?
Yes.
Okay.
Not to say that they're mutually
Nature,
exclusive.
yeah, nature is not a part of the Bible. Nature is not, Mother Nature is not a part of God. God didn't create.
Well,
if God created the earth, then anything that happens on the earth is by its definition a natural disaster.
True. And then you're also assuming that that's exactly how it's going to go down. Like, so then Noah counts.
Noah, I was on the fence about Noah.
If the
I was
movie didn't-
really close.
It was so boring.
I disagree, but I respect your opinion.
Saw in the theater and I was like, I really wanted this to be good.
Wow. Yeah. Aronofsky.
Yeah, I was hoping for the moon.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, I didn't get it.
All right. Well, look.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess just for me,
How
I
about
didn't think of it like that.
How about this? This is what we're going to do. I'll kick it off. I'll put Everest at 1, which is logically my number 1 anyway. And Lonely Are the Brave, I will put Under the Wave. So I'll put that at 5 because I should have included that. I love that movie. That way, Geostorm still stays on.
Okay, so Seth and Jay
But I
do
lose.
encounter Satan
Okay. There you go.
towards the end. I forgot
You
about
won,
that.
Matt Nost. That's enough. Let's move on.
Well, it's not that. I don't want people to think that I don't, like, I'm nullifying their belief in God and saying that's not natural.
No, people don't think that. They should not think that.
Someone probably will.
Don't think that, people.
Yeah, I hope that you don't. Please know that I don't believe that because
I put it at the top because I thought it was funny. That's all. And I think it's a natural disaster film in my mind because the earth opens up, swallowing people die.
if it went
and it's a very funny
more
film.
serious, then I would probably take it seriously.
I don't want it to go serious. That's why I liked it. It's a comedy. We can have a natural disaster film
Totally.
that's a comedy.
Totally.
Yeah.
But when it's, I don't know, the apocalypse and then we're talking about
I mean, half of these films are ridiculous, essentially comedies when you're watching them.
2012.
Yeah, bunch of funny moments in 2012 on
Yeah.
purpose.
But it's at my number 10.
Yeah, well, whose fault is that?
Well, the movie is for not aspiring to be greater.
All right, so I've adjusted. Everest is now my number 1, The Impossible 2, Armageddon 3, The Wave 4, Lonely and the Brave 5, 6, Twister 7, 2012, 8, San Andreas, The Day After Tomorrow 9, and Geostorm at 10. So let's do this thing, Matt.
Well, you want to write again and I'll bang again?
Yeah,
I got them right next
sounds
to me.
good. Sounds good. All right. So since I have Everest at 1, where do you have it at?
That's 1-4. Where do you have Impossible?
2.
So 1-2 beats
Okay.
1-4.
Okay, possible. Okay. And then, so then Everest at 2?
Where do you have Only the Brave?
Only the Brave 5.
Yeah, Everest is 2.
Okay. Okay. And what do we got next?
Probably Only the Brave.
That's your number
3.
That's my number 5. Okay. It's Only the Brave or Lonely or the Brave?
Only the Brave.
Okay. All right. Done.
Then I would probably say the Wave after that.
Yeah, the Wave after
We
that.
both have it at 5.
Yes, we do. Well, now it's my number 4, so I'd have to put it up.
Well, I don't have my number 2,
What's your number 2?
Contagion.
Okay, we'll put your Contagion here. And then I don't have my number 3, which is, oh yeah, Armageddon. Wow. Come on now.
So what does that make it? 6?
6.
It seems about 4 too high.
Yeah, well, that's why it's our list and not yours. All right, what's your number? What's the next one?
What's your next highest?
Everest, The Impossible, Armageddon, The Wave, Only the
We
Twister.
have Twister and 2012 together.
Yeah, I have Twister at 6.
Wow, really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
2012
We
at
have
7.
it together. I can't fight you.
Yeah, where do you have it at?
9.
Okay. And 2012 is my 7, so that would be there too with it being
Yeah,
12.
that's
All
my
right.
10.
All right. So then we have 2 more left. What do you have left?
My number 6.
Which is?
Sunshine.
Okay. And?
What do you have left?
I don't have anything till San Andreas at 8.
Okay, so then Children of Men.
Okay. At
Close
10?
out. That's at 7.
All right. You seem unhappy with this list.
No. Just thinking about the potential backlash that I'm getting ready to do.
Why?
Hypothetically.
Oh, no. Come on. All right. We ready?
Let's do it.
The top 10 natural disaster films. Yeah.
Number 10.
Children of Men.
Coming in at number 9.
Sunshine.
In the Ocho.
2012.
And number 7.
Twister.
In the 6th spot.
I don't want to miss the thing. Armageddon.
Number 5.
Contagion.
Coming in at number 4.
The Wave.
And our 3rd movie.
Only the Brave.
In the 2 spot.
Everest.
And finally, our number 1 natural disaster movie is...
The Impossible. Or as a French might say, l'impossible. I think. L'impossible, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's our top 10 natural disaster films list. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening to our first episode on the new feed. First official top 10 episode on the new feed. And thanks to all of you who have commented and enjoyed our relist episode from a couple days ago. Hope you enjoyed that nice little surprise gift from us. This has been a fun list to count down. And here we go again, Matt, onto our new feed again.
That's right.
Hustling it, doing ourselves, man. Doing it ourselves.
If we do the Whitesnake video, I think I could pull off Tawny Katane a little bit better. And it'll be on the top of that. Here I go again on my own. I'm making love to that camera. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'll do squats for months to get my butt perky.
I like it. I'm looking forward to that. I'll put the blonde wig on and do the best David Coverdale you've ever seen.
Gorgeous.
That guy.
To those of you out there that have offered to help us, great. And
Yep.
if you listening want to help us, you know what? Something we haven't asked you to do for a very, very long time. Go to iTunes.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment.
Listen, this is important now, even more so because we're back on the new feed. Those old comments will count, but they won't count as powerfully as newer comments. So
Yeah.
if you've commented before, comment again, please. And if
do they
you've
allow
never,
that?
yeah, and if you've,
Okay.
I think so, or hey, change your name if you need to. If you've never commented, comment, please, because it pushes us up in the rankings on iTunes. That's their weird little formula. And people see our show more because of your comments. So give us some love and push the show back up. So go and comment again. If you haven't commented before, comment now.
Yeah, I want to be
And ratings.
like we jumped up way back when numerous points. We were in the top 50, the top 40 for movie podcasts, and we didn't have near the fan base that you guys collectively are now.
Yeah.
So if you all start commenting and downloading and all that jazz, we could hit top 10.
Yeah.
And let's get the top 10 in the top 10 on iTunes.
Come on now.
If you want, honestly, that'll help us get us into all the cities you want to see.
Yep.
See us in, or all kinds of extra content. The bigger we get, the easier it is for us then to pay individuals or farm out the work and allow us to open up more time to give you like the stupid little videos we did for the moving.
Yeah.
And just ideas that happen for us, spark all the time. It's our, in our brains, but where do you have the time when you got to edit and you got to upload and you got to schedule the release of this and you got to make sure you're doing this and then reach out to these people and touch base with the fan base in this city and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you could, the least amount you could do for us right now, if you was like, you know what, I can help that much. If you've never given us a comment, or you have, try to give us another one. Go out there, give us 5 stars. Even if you hate us, toss us a 5-star. Put a rating out there. We'd really appreciate it. Come on, assholes. Get out there. Leave us a comment. That's all we're asking. One comment on iTunes. If there is a Android equivalent of whatever app that is, please leave us a comment there. There's so many that I don't know, because there's Podcast Addict and Pocket Cast and Stitcher and Spotify and Google Play, and there's a lot, but every little bit helps. So if you want to do that, we appreciate it thoroughly. And if you cannot find us on your specific feed of choice or app of choice, just let us know, and we'll try and get it on that one too.
Yeah. We'll do everything possible to get this thing out there.
Reach out on Twitter. That's the easiest, quickest way. Hey, all right, if you don't have Twitter, email us at top10podcast@gmail.com with that. And then the 3 cities that we want to come to into Houston/San Antonio, Toronto, New York City. Email us at the top 10 live with the number 10 at Gmail of the top 10 live, or join one of the Facebook groups, and we'll start getting a head count and start banding about dates. We'll make this happen.
We're open to all of it, trying to make it happen now. We're on our own, but we don't feel like we're on our own because we have all of you behind us, helping us, lifting us up, and offering to get us further ahead. Listen, we would not still be doing the show without you. That's for goddamn sure, and we can't thank you enough for the help you've given us so far and for the support you've given us. So let's go in walking into this new phase all together to make this happen and make this even bigger than where it was before. So I'm excited for what's coming, and we have a lot of plans, a lot of things go forward, and we're going to put them all in motion. I guarantee you that. Both Matt and I are driven to make this thing really an incredible show for everyone and build a strong fan base of more and more people. And if you want to donate to the Top 10 Show, please, or be a patron of the Top 10 Show, rather, should I say that correctly? Go to www.patreon.com/the-top-10, the number 10 there. You can see the multiple tiers we have. We'll start adding new things to those tiers, new benefits for you all. That's something we're definitely talking about. So that's going to be in motion. So come, give us some love, support us. Come out to see us live, as Matt said, at reggieslive.com. Go get those tickets. April 11th, we'll be there. We're bringing the new shirt, or bringing the Top 10 exclusive shirts, live exclusive shirts that we have there. And anything else, Matt, that are missing?
No, just know that Patreon people, we are working on a second little thing.
Yes.
So hopefully we have some more content coming for you in the very near future. We're working hard towards, you guys have been so supportive of us, and now that we're going solo, we have more freedom to do and try, and people are willing to help. And if you want to help, email us at top10podcast@gmail, all spelled out. And just like, hey, you know what I'm good at is this. Maybe we need that. I don't know. Every little bit helps, and we thank you all for all of your help. You guys have been so supportive, and it's nice to be back out on our own again, going to all these amazing places, doing all these fun things. And we have a lot of ideas moving forward. So
and one of those ideas is getting possibly some new kind of logo designs for the Top 10 show. I know we've had, over the Top 10 rather, I know we've had people kind of submit some stuff, but here's the deal. We want some really high quality concept stuff for the Top 10. We want to take this to the next level. To do that, we got to look like next level. So if you want to submit your designs to us, if we like it, we will pay you. That's how this works. We're at that position where we can do that. So if you want to, if you're a really good graphic designer or artist and you can create a fantastic logo for us and you're willing to do the work with the understanding that if we don't like it, we're not going to take it. But if we do like it, we'll pay you some kind of fee. Then please submit that stuff at top10podcast@gmail.com. Let us take a look at it and we'll get back to you.
And also, we should steer clear of specifically saying logo, because we want like t-shirt design ideas.
Yeah, sure. T-shirt design ideas.
Like all kinds of different stuff. Go ahead and do logos, but
Yes.
we don't specifically only want like, so basically we hired a graphic designer the last time and they gave us like 12 different options.
Yeah.
And we ended up settling on a bunch of those. And we still like those and we're going to use those for things going forward in the future. But we'd like to find another graphic designer and have new ideas.
Yeah.
And we happily paid for the last one because if you do the work, we want to support other artists. And we're, that's the reason you guys have been patrons so far is, you asked us to come to cities.
Yep.
Boom. You helped us on Patreon. We're now going to cities. And we got t-shirts and we can kind of spread the love. So if you're a graphic designer or you're an aspiring one or whatnot, you want to submit design ideas, we'd love it. Take ideas from the show. Whatever your favorite moments are, or idea. If you like a graphic design and you're like, what I always loved is Rosie the Riveter, and suddenly you have John as Rosie the Riveter to help sell. I don't know. What if it looks good on a t-shirt?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we'll put it on a t-shirt.
Why not?
Steal pop culture ideas and throw us on. Like, do whatever you want. Get creative out there. We're taking all comers, but yeah, we'd like to have different t-shirt options because you guys deserve it, and we're working on all kinds of different ideas, but we use some of those things for promotion on Facebook and on Twitter and on Patreon, and just, I don't know, we want to get more creative, and you're our best resource that we can tap and use.
Yeah.
So please reach out. Let us know at top10podcast@gmail.com.
There you go. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode. We will talk to you next time on the Top 10 Show. Have a great week.
Follow John at The Roca Says and me at Matt Nost.
Boom.